You're a crafter, artist, or small business owner that has decided to take the plunge and participate in your first craft fair or pop-up. First off, congratulations. We know from personal experience that it can be both extremely exciting but yet stressful, and not to mention a lot of hard work. There's a lot of time, money, and resources that goes into participating in these events, which is why you want to be sure that you're not dumping a buttload of cash into participating and then end up with no sales. But the good news is there's one really big thing that you can do to be sure that you avoid this costly mistake. So let's jump right into it. I recently took a trip to Georgia to visit my best friend, and while I was there, we ended up piling the kids in the car and going down to the local Barrow County farmers market. Now, while I did not intend to purchase anything, I did end up leaving with 3 items, all natural deodorant and a beeswax food covering for dishes, and then on top of it, some face serum. Now, what really stuck out to me at that particular farmers market was the great example in different types of variations of how people show up for events. And that's what we're going to discuss today. How the best thing that you can do before you start participating in craft fairs or pop-ups for your small business is to approach these events with the right mindset. While this isn't the fun part of actually participating in events, right? So we all want to create a really awesome table display and attract more people to our booth. It is the one thing that's going to dictate all of that. Typically, you can divide vendors into 3 groups. So the first group of vendors are the ones who will go set up shop. They'll set up their table display in their booth, and then they just hang back and sit behind the table, sit in a chair, don't really engage. And to be honest, sometimes you wonder if they even want to be there or why they signed up to attend and participate in this event. Then there's the other group of vendors who will show up and they'll set up, maybe engage with you just a little bit as an event goer. They'll tell you the price on something or explain their product a little better and in more detail, but they're still not going to be super engaged. Then the last group are going to be the people that really enjoy going out to these craft fairs and pop-ups and want to tell you a lot more about their products and services, and even take it a step further and engage with you because they want to know more about you so that they could try to connect you with a product or service that they have that really would benefit you. And guess which one really ends up selling the most? It's the latter group. So the group of people that will show up and engage with people that are walking by their booth or coming into their tent and getting to know them a little better so that they can then drive the conversation and steer that conversation to recommend a product or service that is better suited for that person. For example, last week when I went to the Barrow County Farmers Market, I ended up walking into a booth for a business called Youngblood Crafted, which is owned by Selena. Her booth setup and table display was on point. It's all of the stuff that we talk about in our other video, which you can check out right here, which is creative ideas for setting up a table display to attract more customers. She had dimension, she had the prices clearly marked, and she had samples out that people can actually try on their skin and smell firsthand. But what was truly more impressive was the fact that Selena leveraged this opportunity to participate in this local farmers market as a serious business opportunity with the right mindset. And here are 3 ways that she did that. Number 1, she interacted with event goers to gauge their interest in her products. Marketing 101. Your products and services are not going to be for everybody. And so you need a way to figure out and see who are going to be the people that are most likely going to purchase your products and services at these events. And the way she did that was by introducing a conversation when I was looking at her soaps One of them happened to be made with lavender that was locally sourced, and so she started telling me about how the lavender she uses in that particular bar of soap came from a local lavender farm. This was a great way for her to gauge my interest in locally sourced products or ingredients, because the type of person that would purchase her products would be people who are interested in purchasing products that are not toxic and that use all natural ingredients. So the key takeaway is engaging with people at these events is a way for you to figure out who your prime target audience is. Think of it this way: if you were to hire a marketing professional to put a Facebook ad together for your small business, that's exactly what we would be doing. We would put an ad together that would target and be relevant and attract the right kind of people. We wouldn't put an ad together for everybody. It would be very specific. And so by engaging with event goers, that's part of what you're doing. You're weeding out the people that aren't really going to be all that interested and that your products and services may not be for, but you're going to be spending time with the people who truly are interested in what you're selling and that your product and service could truly help. Number 2, she took the opportunity to tell me how I could reach out to her after the event by putting this business card in my hand. What started off as an inquiry where I was asking her about her bug repellent later turned into me sharing with her that I happen to have moved out to the country and have 2 dogs, and when we go on a walk through the woods, they sometimes come back with ticks or fleas. And I was asking her if that bug repellent could help with that. She put her business card in my hand and she said, yes, it could help with that. However, if you want me to make you something specifically for that need, I definitely can. And so now I happen to have somebody, a connection, that I can reach out to for any questions about all natural products and skincare. Key takeaway here: if you are thinking short term and just about your sales at the event, you're not thinking big enough. Think about the long-term relationships that you could be building with people so that they can then shop online, in the future. If you happen to have a website where your products and services are listed, let them know and be very open about how they can reach out to you outside of just this one event. Number 3, her engagement converted to sales. Did it require effort on her part? Sure. She took about 10 minutes to talk to me, but during that engagement and that conversation, her taking the time to really talk to me about her process, how she made her soaps, how she made her oils, and the ingredients that she used actually made me understand a lot more about what I wanted to purchase. And because that was something that was important to me, having that conversation really did help with allowing me to decide to make a purchase. Like I said, I went out that day not intending to buy anything, so it was really effective. It's also no coincidence that the thing I happened to purchase from her that day, this product was the most expensive thing that I bought. So I did mention that I bought a couple other things, but I splurged and bought 1 ounce of this face serum that was a little more expensive than something I would buy at the grocery store. But because I knew more about what I was purchasing and about the ingredients that went into it, I was willing to splurge on it. Key takeaway here: engagement does require effort, but it also equates to sales. And I know what you may be thinking, that takes a lot of time and effort. The time you can actually practice and get that window of establishing a connection with event goers down, right? And that just takes practice. But the thing is, you are correct, it does require effort. It requires effort that you put product together to take out to these events. It takes effort for you to pack everything, to get a tent, to set up a table display. All of that takes effort. So why would you not go the extra mile in actually making it work to your advantage by trying to establish connections with event goers? Because let's be honest, everybody wants to be able to say, I got a guy for that. It's true. We all want to have a connection with somebody where we can either recommend their products and services, or we know where to go to if we have a question. Remember, you always have the option to sell online. You can easily sell your products and services behind a keyboard and computer screen, but you've chosen to utilize events, to utilize craft fairs and pop-ups to promote your small business and to get the information out there about your products and services. And the best way and most important thing that you can do is to show up the day of the event and to have the right mindset that you're going to go out there and you're going to talk up your small business so that people will leave knowing what your business is about and what products and services that you offer. Now, if you're looking for specific tips on how to get that conversation going, we have another video that you can access right there talking about conversation starters. And so what that's going to do is in that video, we guide you and give you some tips for being able to kind of break the ice. So that way it's easier to approach people. And remember that sometimes people may leave without purchasing a product or service from you that day, but that does not mean that they may not purchase from you in the future if you are taking the time to talk up your business and to have people leave with your business card. So that way they know that they can find you online or reach out to you directly after the event. And that right there is key. Remember, small businesses are all about relationship building. And so the sooner that you get on board with figuring out the best way to connect with event goers, the easier it will be to increase your sales. Now, that is just the tip of the iceberg. This shift in your mindset when you're approaching events, pop-ups, and craft fairs is going to drive how you handle every other aspect of participating in these events. And trust me, I know from personal experience after 15 years of participating in events that there are a lot of moving parts. All the stuff that you do pre-event, the day of, and then post-event as well. There's stuff you should be doing after you participate. But that's why we've put together a free training course, 3 biggest mistakes that small business owners make at events, craft fairs, and pop-ups, which you can access today completely for free. Just go to the link down below. This training is perfect for you if you are just thinking about getting started with craft fairs or pop-ups, or even if you are already participating in them, but something's just not clicking. So people are either walking past your booth or table and just not interested, or perhaps you're having a hard time closing a sale or making sales, or something is just not right and you don't know what it is. You'll want to check out this free training course because it can help you, because you might be making one of these mistakes. And if you're new to the game, it's going to help you to avoid these mistakes. So it's going to save you time and money and resources. So set yourself up for success and click the link below. Hey, if you're an SOB, small owned business, then stick around and watch this next video right here. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have over 200 marketing videos for you to watch today. Also, don't forget to visit our website at www.theseasonedmarketer.com where we have free workshops and downloads for you to access right now.